right, what's going on, guys? So, doing a little bit different style of a video for today, just because we kind of backed up on footage, mainly because I didn't have my own MacBook that I did all my editing and video editing on. I'd always borrow from Merari, but finally got my own MacBook, and yeah, you guys can't see it right now because I'm recording on it, but I just wanted to quickly make a video about with the old footage and everything that I had going on, uh, about pretty much how I had been working around my injury, what I chose to do, and how it's feeling now, and then kind of what compelled me to go through those types of things. But playing in the background, I just kind of spliced up a training video. This is from the week of July 26th to August 1st, my training footage. And yeah, so it was a great PR breaker that day, heavy squat day. So last 3 training days of the week, the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from July 26th to August 1st of that week. So this is that Thursday, competition squat day. Yeah, this is hitting around the last warm-up before our top set of 5. But let's get talking a little bit about the injury. So working around my injury. This was about the point where my right knee, I had the highest. Maybe I turn the volume down a little bit. Okay, it was at this point in my training week, this point of the Thursday ending of the training week, where I felt like I had the most discomfort in my right knee. I had some slight discomfort maybe for about anywhere from 3-4 weeks leading up to this point, non-lifting related. So it seems like that's where majority of a lot of people's injuries that I talk come from. But yeah, it's non-lifting related. I'll just quickly talk about it. So I was learning to longboard pretty much to stop, and yeah, I've never owned a skateboard in my life, so this is completely new. So to stop, I had just been stomping on the ground. You can't see my leg and knee right now, but I had just been stomping on the ground until that would slow me down when I was going down hills where I felt like I was going too fast. But yeah, just the impact of doing that, maybe 3 or 4 times per week. After the first 2 weeks, I kind of felt it, and then I had still been doing it just because I didn't know how to stop, and then it slowly had been getting worse. I'm not doing that anymore to stop, actually learning how to slide, but yeah, that's that. So that's how I came about of my injury for my right knee. Maybe something meniscal. I mean, who knows? You don't really need to know the exact tissue of your body that's injured to help it recover. But yeah, so this is our top single, or last warm up for our top single for the week. And yeah, so the knee, as far as squat, I didn't really feel it once I got the knee sleeves on and actually warmed up squatting. Knee range of motion felt like it was there. Pain, I don't know if I mentioned it, but there's no pain at all squatting. Just felt like it was swollen. So yeah, there's 170. It's probably the fastest it's ever moved too. I had been making progress up to this point, the 2, 3, 4 weeks with the slight discomfort. Here's me hitting 170 again. I remember this day I forgot to throw on my wrist wraps. I hit it twice because I wasn't happy with the depth on the first one, so I just tried to sink the second one a little bit more. It felt like the weight right around what an opener would have been. So I mean, hitting it 2 times in one day in the same session, no problem. Yeah, def a lot better. Wrist did hurt though after that, and I didn't even know why it hurt while I was holding it on my back before the rep at first. But then after I'd done the rep, I had realized that yeah, we didn't put our wrist wraps on. But yeah, so going through some of the back offs. So the injury and discomfort I had been feeling, no pain, just limited range of motion. And if I were to go to, here's my knee, if I were to go to fully extend it, while I'm standing on it, I could feel like it just couldn't fully lock out. I mean, if I'm standing and locking out my knees left and right, you may have noticed a tiny difference. but it wasn't big at all. Just slight discomfort, and squatting sessions, it would, I guess, swell up a little bit more because it would feel like I could lock out my knee less, or I wouldn't be able to lock out my knee as much. But yeah, no pain, no discomfort, not slowing down my progress at all. But it was coming to the point in the training where I'm like, I have no meat lined up in the is the face cam going? I have no meat lined up in the near future, and hold on, I'm not sure if the face recording is going. All right, and we're back, guys. Sorry, I was trying to run through the whole thing in one clip, but I'm pretty sure the face can't stop recording, so we'll just chop the two together. But yeah, so it was getting to the point, I think where I left off was talking about upcoming meets. Obviously, I have no upcoming meets planned in the near future, so I felt like it would be a good time for me to kind of take a step back and focus on getting fully recovered before focusing on trying to progress singles and like just overall getting stronger and possibly stressing the knee a little bit more, making the injury worse. But yes, competition squat day, I had been doing belt squats also, and getting super fatigued there. As you can see, after every rep, I'm leaning more and more forward, just trying to incorporate my hips. But yeah, so squat day, the next day, or later on in that evening and the next day, my leg, my knee, my right knee would feel like it had just slightly reduced range of motion. So that's everything that I was feeling. So this is the next day's bench, the Friday top set of 5. This is the last warm-up before our top set of 5 PR. So the top set of 5 for squats was a PR. Top set of 5 for bench is a PR, 112. And yeah, like I said, guys, progress wasn't slowed at all, but it just got irritated from squatting and from, of course, learning to stop riding the longboard. It got irritated from learning to ride the longboard the wrong way. And yeah, once I stopped that, I felt like I got some good recovery in. So after this week, my plan going forward. Actually, let's talk about what I did try doing. So up until this point, I tried to focus on just taking stress off the knee throughout my day. That was one thing. So just as far as like noticing where I put my weight, hang out on the left side, hang out on the right side of my leg, maybe sharp turns with my right knee. I'll just try to be more aware of what was going on. And yeah, this top single felt really good for bench, 125 kilos, which is like, that is my comp PR. Hopefully it won't be the comp PR soon, whenever the next upcoming meet is. But yeah, these are the back offs for the competition bench. But yeah, just being more aware of my knee position, being more aware of where my weight is, what position my knee was, sleeping with pillows underneath my knee just so it's not locked out at night, because I do sleep on my back. On my leg days, this block I had added in some Nordic hamstring curls. I added those in, and maybe the week before this. So this is 1 week of me just taking out the Nordic hamstring curls and just being more aware of my knee. It helped a little bit, but I still felt like the recovery could have been better. So I was recovering from the squat session, and all the riding, longboarding I did wasn't really affecting it too much. But yeah, so I'd be fully recovered after one squat day, and then by the time my next squat day comes along, it was I'd repeat the process pretty much. So it wasn't getting any better, but it wasn't getting any worse. So yeah, so this was the point that I decided to focus on my recovery. So after this week right here, I plan to take a heavily focused recovery week. I took the whole week completely off of squats and squatting movements. So no leg extension, no hamstring movements at all. No squat, no pump squat, no pause squat, what I had been doing, no belt squat, just completely squatless week. And yeah, so this is the next day in our training. This is the Saturday. And yeah, closed grip. That 102 for 5 was also a PR, so progress is still going in all the lifts. And this 207, it's starting to get up there in PR range for deadlifts for 5. I feel like I haven't hit a deadlift PR in months. But yeah, reps are slowly starting to catch up. And maybe I tried to push the single PR before I had the actual strength, so before hitting the rep PRs, because leading up to squat and bench, I would set rep PRs pretty consistently, and then that would translate to the single PRs. And yeah, the 207, it's right up there with the PR. It's either match the PR or right under it. So that was pretty solid. And this is our top single for the day. A little bit of awkward loading, 230 kilos. Yeah, just flew up. Awkward loading because there was a lot of people in the gym, so I just made use of whatever weight was there. But yeah, so that's the training session, guys. And so I took a full week off complete of squatting, and the knee got a lot better. But let's just rewind to the squat day. So yeah, knee completely recovered. Barely felt any reduced range of motion throughout that week. So I'd say the recovery week was a success. And yeah, I mean, first squat day back, I did feel kind of weaker. I had to take a small step back, especially after that first week of not squatting, and I was sore as fuck. So yeah, had some major DOMs, like hips going all the way around, quads, adductors, hamstrings. Everything was just sore for 2 days. But yeah, I would say that recovery week was a success. So sometimes what's best for you guys is to know actually when to take a step back and focus on recovery. And even if the irritation flares up again, I'm planning on finishing out this block pretty much no matter what, because I know I can do it. I know it's not going to hurt me. If it starts to swell up and reduce range of motion, I know I'm fine with training. I can progress through it. But before I start the next block, I definitely want to get the knee just about to 100%. I'd say maybe it's roughly 90% if you want to give a number on it right now. But yeah, slightly reduced range of motion. I still feel that every now and then, but nowhere like how it was before. And if I have to take another week or maybe 2 weeks off of squatting movements just to fully let that right knee recover, I'm willing to do so, just because I know how much in the future that focusing on recovery right now in the off season, if that's what you guys want to call it, is going to help me. So yeah, that's it for today's video. That was the main point I just wanted to get across. Sometimes it's okay to take a step back, focus on recovery, especially when there's no meets coming up, like how majority of people's training schedule is going now. Not too many meets out there. There are some here and there, but I know those ones that are there up there are filling up fast. But yeah, if that's not you guys, don't be afraid to take a step back, especially during this off-season time. No meets coming up, and just slowly build your way back up once you guys are back. And that one step back could help you guys take 2 steps forward. So that's it for me. Hopefully this type of video actually works and flows pretty much the way that I wanted to. I have a way in my head, but this is my very first time doing it. But yeah, that's it. That's it for today's video. As always, guys, stay safe and put in that work. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.